Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. This is going to be a new moon reading for you for the new moon that falls on January 31st or February 1st. It's going to be different for all of you. If you'd like to know which day for sure it is going to be for you, Google your town or your city and ask, what day the new moon falls on for you. I'm going to start off the reading for those of you who haven't been in one of these readings before with information for you in regards to the new moon in Aquarius that's coming up, what it's going to mean for you, as well as then I'm going to go into what this lunation is going to mean for you based on specifically your house, okay? If you want to skip past that, feel free to go directly to the reading, that's fine. But I just wanted to make you aware that we are going to start out with that kind of information before we go into the reading. Now, I want to thank everyone for viewing, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. That truly does help my channel, but it also helps the others that need to get these messages because it circulates the video. I want to remind you that it is general, but it is going to definitely completely resonate for some of you. Not all of you, though, okay? So what does resonate, take that. That's your messages. Leave the rest behind. Okay, so to start off with here, I would really like to put out a great big thank you to Yasmin Boland for the Moonology decks that I use, as well as the Moonology Diary. It is where I get all of my new moon and full moon information for you guys. Now, what she says for this new moon in Aquarius that's coming up is it's going to be a solid new start because the new moon this month is going to take place pretty much on top of a very strong and stable planet of Saturn. So if you've begun 2022 feeling just a bit out of control, this is the new moon to commit to getting back on track. If you're feeling confined though, watch out because that feeling could be exacerbated by this new moon. So just know that whatever is going on in your life right now, it's happening so that you can learn something important. Isn't that always the way? Now, Mercury is retrograde at the time of the new moon, so it could well be that you're still being asked to learn a lesson you should have learned a while ago. On a macro level, it could be that whatever is happening in the world right now is taking place because we have a collective lesson to learn. Every month is a great month to make new moon wishes and to write down your intentions, but this month, that's true more than ever because the bossy planner Saturn is involved with this, okay? In particular, think about the commitments you're making to yourself. And if you feel trapped or blocked, work out why and how you can get around whatever it is that's in your way. Now, keep in mind, this is a new moon for most of us on the 1st of February. So, because it's Valentine's month, love is in the air, everyone. Now, what this lunation is going to mean for you, depending on your rising sign. Now, I want to point out, the moon readings are guided towards your rising sign, okay? There is a link down below where you can go to the Astrology Cafe and get a birth chart done for free, and you will get your rising sign if you know your birth time. If you don't know your birth time, you can't get your rising sign, and that's okay for these readings, because if you don't have your rising sign, use your sun sign, okay? Now, for Aries, this is going to be in your 11th house. And the 11th house for you is all about friends, networks, social circles, the internet, and your hopes and your wishes. Now, for Taurus, it's going to be in your 10th house. That's all about your career and ambitions, how you're going to make your mark on the world, and what you're known for. Gemini, this is your 9th house. It's all about study, travel, searching for the meaning and to understand life, and a higher learning. It's also about spirituality and dreams. Cancer, it's going to be in your 8th house, which is joint finances, your credit cards, debts, sex, anything you consider taboo, and inheritance, and transformation. Leo, this is in your 7th house. It's all about your lovers, your spouse and your ex, open enemies, any sort of partner, including business partners, okay? And cooperation and competition. Now, Virgo, this is going to be in your 6th house. It's about daily routines, including at work, your health, and duty. Libra, 5th house, romance, creativity, kids. Now, that can be your own or someone else's. Your pursuit of pleasure and love affairs. Scorpio, 4th house, home and family, all things domestic, where you belong, and your past. Sagittarius, this is going to be in your 3rd house. So it's going to affect your communication, siblings, neighbors, quick trips, early learning and education. Capricorn, it's in your 2nd house, and it will affect cash, property and possessions, values, including how you value yourself. Now, Aquarius, this is going to be in your 1st house because it's in your sign, okay? And this is going to affect your appearance and your image, self-identity, how you come across to others. Pisces, it's in your 12th house, and that is going to affect your deepest, darkest, most sensitive part of your chart. Your fears, your spirituality, self-undoing, withdrawal, secret or hidden enemies. Ooh. Okay, so now I want to go through the cards here. Now, 2 of these cards are from the Moonology deck. This one here is from, this is the Moonology Manifestation deck. So, because it is a new moon, obviously, it's about a new start, right? New moons are all about new beginnings. Now, in the regular Moonology deck, new moon in Aquarius represents bring love into the situation. So when things start taking place in your world, and they might be a little bit negative, you know, they could be, if they are, try to see them from a place of love rather than a place of fear or negativity, okay? Try to see things from a positive stance, because that will help bring in the new situations. Now, the Moonology Manifestation deck, New Moon in Aquarius, says that you need to open up to change, because a new moon is all about beginnings. It is going to be changes, but in good ways. Okay, now we're going to use the Queen of the Oracle deck. Now I want to point out that all the decks I'm using in this reading will be listed below in the description box. Click on the title of the video, it'll drop that down, and you will get to see the listing of the decks. If I feel that we need an extended on this, the link to that will be down there as well, okay? So we're, like I said, we're starting out with Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. And your first card out. This makes perfect sense. This is the release card, okay? Because we do need to release before we can receive. And the new moon is all about new beginnings. It's all about receiving. This is card 27. It represents a 9 when you break it down, which is all about bringing things to completion, tying up the loose ends, getting yourself ready for that new beginning, right? And this is a waning crescent 4. So the waning crescent 4 timeline, you're looking at the 27th of February. So this is something that you're going to have to do for around the new moon next month, okay? This is during the month of February. I'm going to put these in order once I get them all out here. Actually, I might as well start now. I think this is going to be over here. Card 18, again, breaks down to a 9. You guys, you're going to have loose ends to tie up here. This card is pleasure, and it's the waning gibbous 2. Now, the waning gibbous 2 timeline would be the 18th of February. So some of you are going to be feeling a little bit of pleasure around the 18th of February. Now you have card 38, and it's abundance, and it's Hunter Moon. Now the Hunter Moon is in the fall, And I'll be able to let you know when that is once we get all these cards laid down. I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's October. It could be September, but I think it's October. And it's all about abundance. We'll get into the meaning of that, because this could be an abundance that hit you last Hunter Moon. My readings for the moons don't usually go that far ahead, so I'm going to say that this is probably in the background. So we'll put that here. You got another moon. The green corn moon, and I think this one might be, this is fall also. Card 36, another 9. Everyone, look at this. You've got 9, 9. This one's an 11. It's 38, so it breaks down to an 11. But now you've got a 36, which is a 9. The green corn moon, and it's all about patience. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to look into it. I will be able to let you know, and then we'll have these cards in perfect order based on timing. Okay, so the green corn moon is August, okay, and the hunter moon is October. So somewhere around August, and these are going to be full moons, okay, somewhere around the August full moon, you needed to take on a position of having patience, okay, and not moving forward, or not having the manifestation you were looking for. And in doing so, it brought about a manifestation for you, likely in October around the full moon, and that was where you received the abundance. Now, that's not necessarily money. A lot of people think abundance, they assume it's about money. It's not. Prosperity is money. Abundance is an abundance, and it could be love, happiness, it could be money, just an abundance of whatever it is that's coming in. So you did receive something for your patience. It took a couple of months to come in, but you did receive it. Now, what I'm getting from that is the message that's coming through is you're being asked to repeat that, not in those months, but at this point in time. And that's going to bring something very pleasurable for you around the waning gibbous 2 again, which is the 18th of February, okay? And then you will be releasing something, and we're going to get more cards, so we will, you know, we'll get to that place where we'll figure out what you're releasing. But what you're releasing, whatever it is going to be around the 27th of February, okay? So this is going to bring you something pleasurable, and then you will have a release of something. Whatever you're releasing here, it might be something that's been taking place for a while in your life. Maybe it's something that's been negative and it's about to be let go of. So you no longer have the negativity, right? Okay, so now we're going to get some Lunasomnia cards. And this should give us an answer in regards to what these are talking about, or at least give us a little bit more information. Okay. Now, on top of patience and abundance, you've got the 5 of Wands. This is all about conflict. Inner conflict, outer conflict. It could be anything. And like I said, what I'm feeling about these 2 cards here is that there was resistance. So you were being asked to be patient, or some of you maybe realized you were being held back from the abundance that you wanted because you weren't aligned with it. If you've got inner or outer confliction taking place, you are resistant to the abundance coming in. So, and it's interesting because the message that's coming along with this for me, for some of you, is this is going to happen again if you don't allow yourself to release. Release. conflict. Whatever it is, it could be you being jealous of someone or of others, or others being jealous of you. It's going to be different for all of you. You know what the conflict was. Leave comments. Let me know what the conflict was back then. Now keep in mind, that's going to be around the end of August to the end of October, okay? And the abundance came in sometime around or after the full moon in October of last year. Some of you, that abundance came in, but the patience for some of you came after the abundance. That doesn't even make sense to me, but I'm sure it's going to make sense to somebody, because that's the message in my head right now. And when that abundance came to you, you didn't actually, or won't actually, be able to sense the pleasure of it until this waning gibbous 2. So the 18th of February. And that's where the patience comes in. Be patient for the abundance, because it's coming the end of February. Others of you had to be patient back then for the abundance that came in October. Interesting. So there's 2 different scenarios here. Some of you already received the abundance, but the pleasure of it isn't going to take place until towards the end of February. Others of you, you don't have the abundance coming in until the 18th of February. Okay. Now on top of the abundance and the pleasure card, you've got the 10 of Swords. Like I said, you've got a lot of 9s here. You've got an 11, which means you're on path, okay? And then you've got 9s. So being on path, being patient, means you're on path, okay? And these are all 9s. Things are about to come to a completion, and you will receive the abundance. It's going to bring a lot of pleasure, and it's going to release you from something. And we've got the 10 of Swords here. So this is, this is a lot of mental pain and suffering for somebody. This is something that's been weighing heavy on some of you for a while. And I feel like you will be releasing it soon, whatever that is. Again, leave comments, because I have no clue what this means for you. Now on the pleasure card and the release card. Ooh, nice. You've got the High Priestess. This is you gaining clarity, spiritual knowledge and wisdom, having that knowing, something that was a secret, that was unknown to you. Ooh, some of you are holding a secret within, and that is causing this mental anguish, and it's going to be released again towards the end of February. Holy cow, because that's the 27th of February. Interesting. That's going to be right before the new moon in March. And like I said, we always have to release before we can receive, right? But oh, wow. Bottom of the deck, part of your overall energy is the Lover's card. This is my twin flame card. So, you know, I have been getting very strong messages that February is going to be my month to come into union with my twin. I'm wondering if it's going to be a month for a lot of twin flame reunion or union, because getting this at this point in time, that is so pertinent. And that makes sense with the being patient and the conflict and the suffering and the High Priestess. Something that was unknown to you or to someone else. Either you're releasing something or they are. but it's information, it's knowledge, it's wisdom. Wow. Ooh, this is getting good. Okay. Now we're going to get Gaia Oracle. Okay. On the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, we've got card 39 breaks down to a 12, then breaks down to a 3. It's all about your growth, your evolution. Her third eye is lit up and her throat. So like I said, it's about information, spiritual knowledge coming through. It's being spoken. Somebody is telling their truth. Somebody is hearing the truth. This is a card called Perception. It's beyond the veil of illusion. Yeah. And that's what the High Priestess represents. That is the veil of illusion. But it's being lifted, because when you get the High Priestess, it's all about secrets that are becoming, they're coming up to the surface to be known. You are getting the information. And that is where the conflict and the suffering came from. When you don't know the truth about a situation, you have a specific perception of it. You see it the way you think it is. It's not always the case. It's not always, things are not always as they seem, right? So your perception is about to be shifted, and that is the abundance coming your way, because it sits right under the abundance card, and it's in line with patience and 5 of Wands. So being patient, that could be what was causing the conflict for you, having to wait for this information, this knowledge. This is such a cool reading, y'all. Okay, 10 of Swords and the High Priestess. You've got card 7. That is a very divine number. You are being divinely guided. Ooh, Goddess of Creation, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. This is going to be very, very transformative for a lot of you. This information that comes out, it's going to release you from the mental anguish that you've been going through. And you've got that release card. And again, that's coming in right before the new moon in March. So I have a feeling for a lot of you, this information that's coming in, because the High Priestess is on top of these two cards. So your information is coming in somewhere between the 17th, or sorry, was it the 18th? Yeah, it was the 18th and the 27th of February. Wow. Okay, what are we going to now? Oh, Island Time Wellness. Oh my goodness. Passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. Wow, does this fit perfectly? Some of you are going to be feeling a lot of passion this month. February. Okay, let's get a synchronicity oracle. This perception, you gaining the information, getting the truth on something, whether it's just a knowing that you receive because the secrets are revealed one way or another, or it's because somebody tells you the truth. It's going to take you to a very relaxed and calm place. You are finally going to be able to set this down and just chill out. And it's going to be such a passionate new beginning. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, Synchronicity Oracle. Visualize what you want. Get that warm, fuzzy feeling in the pit of your stomach so that you can bring this in that much faster. Visualize it and feel the passion behind it. Okay? That'll keep it coming. That'll bring it in just so much faster. Okay, now we've got Just Ask Oracle. Stay focused. This is on its way to you. Look at where this is lined up with. This is on this side of the spread. So you've got the transformation, the goddess of creation. This is you creating it. This is you manifesting this. You have manifested this. So stay focused on the manifestation of it, because things are not as they seem. There are secrets being held here, okay? But it's going to be released. And wow, is that going to change your life? Whoever this is meant for. Okay, what are we getting next? Okay. This is Whispers of Love. Well, that was kind of a small cut. Oh my goodness. Card number 4. That's all about stability and foundation. And you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And this sits right on top of visualize what you want. Stay focused. And it's right below the passion card. You can do and have anything you choose. You really can. Okay, what do we want to get now, angels? Okay, I'm drawn to this deck. This is Divine Abundance Oracle. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. This is perfect. It's about growth, transformation, being creative, and being a free spirit. Being in that allowing and receiving mode. You know, I did a video in regards to this year for each of the zodiacs, because I was given a very special message that this year is a pinnacle year for a lot of the zodiacs, for a lot of you, meaning you are going to reach many, many pinnacles throughout this year in manifestation form. And that's basically what this is talking about. So if you haven't watched that, check out the most recent Zodiac video on this being a pinnacle year. Okay, what else do we want to get, angels? Ooh, okay. One more card. This is the Manifest Soulmate Oracle cards. And this is a message to you from your soulmate. It says, in the end, you tried and you cared, and sometimes that's enough. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. You can't see it there. That's a beautiful message. I want to get a message for you, one more card from Spirit. This is the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And this will be a message to you from Spirit, okay? Just a little bit further guidance for you. The picture is kind of cool. They all have different pictures on the back of the card, or the front of the card. The back of the card is your message, and I'm going to read that to you now, okay? It says, the violet flame. As we deepen our spiritual path, step out of illusory constructs, and become empowered beings, life presents more opportunities to grow than before. Your sensitivity will be heightening, so it may be harder to spend time in places with certain energies. Do you have a range of accessible go-to practices for recentering, cleansing your aura, and protecting your energy field? A routine for psychic fitness will keep your aura strong and resilient, your energy sovereign, and your vibration high, and help you to see through illusions that block or disorient. Bring the violet flame into your meditation and self-care practices for graceful rebalance. Sounds to me like the timeline around this moon is going to be very expansive, intense, transitional, transformative. So you may want to do extra meditating if you meditate. If you don't meditate, you may want to start. And that can be as simple as a walk in nature, okay? I think that's everything. Is that all the messages for this time? Okay, that's it. I hope it resonated for all of you. I hope it helps you, for sure. I hope it helps you. I love you guys, and I will see you in the full moon.